Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I'll tell you some stories. So you don't have to be serious about liberation, moksha, God realization. Don't bother about all that. Once I was traveling in India by a train, and it was two-tier AC compartment. So they put me on the upper berth, and when the train started, there they provide snacks etc. in the compartment from the railways. So that person came and he asked me, "Sir, what can I get for you?" I said, "Get for me black tea, no sugar, no milk." He got it. It was so nice. I said, "Hey, thank you so much. How much I had to pay?" He says, "Swamiji, it is a great opportunity for me to serve you. I won't take money from you. This is my seva. This is my service to you." I say, "If it is free, bring every 4 hours." We should be practical, is it not? So, the train started, and there was another gentleman sitting somewhere near the window berth. He asked me, "You people are lucky, you get everything free?" I said, "I have got one spare dress in my bag. I can give you. You can have it also free." There is no, Hinduism is not an organized religion. Organized is only crime. Hinduism has freedom. Whether you go to temple or not, you are Hindu. Whether you believe in Krishna or not, you are Hindu. Whether the husband is believing Hanumanji and the wife is believing Radha, no problem. There is a total freedom. There is no dictation. If you don't do this, you will go to hell. No. We say in hell also Bhagwan is waiting for us. No problem. So, he asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "I do nothing." The truth must be told because we do nothing. There is a saying in Hindi, those who understand, you can laugh in Hindi. Those who don't understand, you cry in English. It is said, "संसारी होके नहीं रोया और बाबाजी होके नहीं सोया तो क्या किया?" The worldly people are born to cry and we are born to sleep. That's what I did. When I came from New York, nice sleep. So, then out of courtesy, I also have to ask him. There are certain principles I'll tell you about freedom. Catch them and be happy. One of the principles is, if you want to make any elderly person happy, it is impossible, but even then, give it a try. Ask them about their past and don't listen. So that technique I followed. So I asked him, I said, "Sir, what do you do?" And he started. "I am a freedom fighter." So I said, "You are still fighting?" See, there was one big news that all these freedom fighters, they have come together and appealed to the government that whatever money they get from government in appreciation of their fighting for freedom, it should be increased. It is less for us. Otherwise, we'll go on strike. Those who are fighting for the freedom, so I ask him, now also you are fighting? And the second thing is, did you get freedom? See? Earlier, we were ruled and tortured by the local gundas. Then the Mughals came, they ruled us. Then the Britishers came, they ruled us. Now our own politicians have come, they are ruling us. Are you really getting freedom? So when you talk about freedom, what do you mean by freedom? You know, in our America, what is freedom? Freedom is whatever I want to do, I want to do. Freedom. I want to come and kill you, it's my freedom. See, is this the freedom really in life? See, friends, the real freedom is being human. In Manusmriti, there is a shlok, Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunancha, Samanya etat Pashubhi Nrinam. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. Dharmen hinaha Pashubhis samanaha. Ahar, eating. Nidra, sleeping. Bhaya, sense of insecurity. Procreate and Mithunam or Maithunam, procreation. These four factors are common for human beings and animals. Then what is that which makes us human beings? Darwinically speaking, we are all animals. So if we consider ourselves to be only these four principles, then what is the reason we should be called as human beings? So we are told that the factor which differentiates us from the animals is dharma. Now, dharma is not religion. That's a wrong translation. Dharma is the freedom to think properly, creatively, in such a manner that you continue to be happy and allow others also to be happy. This factor of happiness is the only thing because of which we are human beings. When God created this world, first stones and bricks He created. And He was not very happy. Come on, this only lying down. So He thought, let me create something better. Then He created the plant kingdom. So in stones and bricks, only existence, they exist. Plants, they have added one factor, life. And even then He was not very happy. Then He thought, let me create something more. So He created the animals. Land wherever you can. So He created animals. Now what is the greatness of animals as compared to the plants? So the animals have got knowledge. Plants don't have knowledge. They have only life. Anybody can come and cut it and take it away. The plants can't run away. But if somebody is attacking the animals, they are knowing that this is a dangerous thing. You know, the birds know how to navigate without a GPS. Many times GPS takes us round and round. But in the knowledge of the birds, they know where to go, when to go. See, once I was in Alaska, and something what I saw was so thrilled experience. That place called as Ketchikan is the capital of that salmon fish. World's all those fish, they are born and bred there. How it happens? Every year in the month of July, all the fish all over the world, they swim back to that place and they go in a particular area where the female lay the eggs and male lay the sperm. You all know that the fertilization occurs in fish in the water, not in the womb of the mother or eggs. It happens in the water. And after that, the fingerlings are born. And that time, the mothers and the fathers, after delivery of their seeds, they die. And then there is a high tide, and all the fingerlings and the dead fish, they can go back to the sea. Nothing is left there. And those fingerlings move around the whole world. Again come back without visa. Now, where from they get this knowledge? So, the stones and bricks only existence, plants existence plus life, animals existence, life and knowledge. Now we are human beings. What is that which makes us human beings? So after creating the animal kingdom, Brahmaji the creator, he was not very happy. So he was little frustrated. And therefore, he took his 4 hands and held his 4 heads. You can imagine with one head when we get frustrated, how terrible it is. He was 4 times frustrated. That time his wife came, Brahmani, and said, "What's wrong with you? You are disturbed?" Then he said, "See, I created this world, but I am not satisfied. That it is not the best. Sukritam vai. It has not happened that best. So I am little frustrated." He said, "May I suggest you something?" The moment she said like that, the husband in Brahmaji was awakened. What do you understand? Every husband has this notion that wives don't understand anything. And this is true also. If they understand, they will never marry that dumb fellow. See? So, Brahmani said, "What do you understand in creation?" So she said, "Look here, dear, even a dead clock gives correct time twice a day. Even if the clock is not moving, twice it gives a correct time. I am your wife. I know something. Okay, tell. What should I do? Why don't you create someone like you, but with one head? Your 4 heads are like the CCTV camera everywhere. Don't do that." And God created man in his image. See, after this God has created man, then what must be something which is added, which made animal into man? And that factor is bliss, happiness. Leaving your Disneyland movies aside, have you ever seen that one buffalo is going, from the other side another buffalo is coming, they look at each other and smile? No. There may be a beautiful bed of flowers. If an animal is going, it will not appreciate how lovely it is. Start eating. That's it. They know only one thing. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithunancha. That's it. They can't go beyond that. If our life is only limited to these 4 factors, see, now look within. Right from day 1 of our birth, what we have done or what we have achieved. See? When we were not in this world, was anything lacking? When we will leave this world, will there be anything lacking? So when our earlier absence and posterior absence has no consequences, our presence is any meaningful. But we feel, I can do this, I do, I. And what is our struggle? Our struggle is only one. for all of us, common struggle. We are all seeking happiness. According to God's creation, we are born with happiness. But instead of allowing that inherent happiness to manifest, we are seeking happiness. And then that pursuit is according to one's imagination. One person thinks that if I eat a lot, I will be happy. The other person thinks if I observe fast, I will be happy. One person thinks that if I sleep up to 10 o'clock in the morning, I will be happy. The other person gets up early in the morning, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and he thinks he'll be happy. Just understand this basic principle. Whatever we do or whatever we avoid, in two words, participation in the world and withdrawal from the world. Both these things are aimed at seeking, getting happiness. And our whole life is spent only in that. But we did not pause for a moment. See, in Mundaka Upanishad, there is one mantra, very beautiful mantra, that can change our direction of life. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaham nirvedamayad na asti akrutaha krutena tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Parikshalokan karmachitan. We have been struggling and living very hard, doing this, doing that. Pause for a moment. Look behind and pariksha and re-evaluate what I have done till date. Have I discovered fulfillment in life? Or I am still struggling? And when we thus re-evaluate our life, the Upanishad says, Nirvedamayar, you are bound to have dispassion for the pursuit of happiness. Don't seek happiness. That is the bondage. Then, what should be done? A very simple thing. Express happiness. All your pursuit is over. You are free. So what is freedom? Don't seek happiness. Express happiness. We express life through three channels. One channel is body. Second channel is speech. And third channel is mind. So through the body, whatever we are supposed to do, not whatever we want to do. Whatever we are supposed to do. See, it is here the principle of duty orientation lifestyle comes up. We are all talking about our rights. See, the promotion of rights without giving sufficient weightage to the duty is bondage. It is licentiousness. See? And therefore, you will see in the animals, they have no relationship. Any male, any female. See? One day, one person asked me this question, and question was, Like if you go in Maharashtra, Gujarat, they write the name, their name, then their father's name, and then the family name. The middle name is always father's name. So one gentleman asked this question, why you guys add father's name there? In here in USA, when a child is born, only mother's name is written. Father's name is not even asked or written. Why you do like that? I said, yeah, we are like that. Yeah, forget about it. No, 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 I want to know. I said, yeah, I'll tell you something, but I don't like to discuss. Okay? I am allergic to discussions and arguments. I don't want you to accept what I say. No discussion. You ask me, I reply, and the topic is over. He said, okay, tell. I said, listen. Have you ever heard cow and calf or bull and calf? For the animals, we say cow and a calf, is it not? We don't say bull and a calf. We say goat and a kid, bakri, bacha, guy, bacha. Why we don't say bull and a calf? Because we don't know which bull has produced this calf. But when it is known, then you refer it. So whenever there is a doubt, then you avoid telling the father's name. When there is no doubt, you can tell boldly. Do you mean? I said, you are discussing. Stop here. I told you very clearly. See, friends, and this can happen only because there is imposition of self-accepted limitation, bondage. That we have to lead our life according to dharma. We are not animals. See? So, Manushya or human being, if you decipher it in Sanskrit language, it means Manasa Sivyati iti Manushaha. The one who establishes relationship through the mind is called as a man or a human being. So we have got uncle, auntie, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother. Animals don't have. See, I stay with somebody in South Africa, and there were two dogs. And one is male, other is female. And that male dog is always bullying that female dog. So I asked my friend, I said, hey, why this? Swamiji, you don't know this male dog is her son. Now that dog has nothing like, how can I tease my mother? No, they are animals. See, therefore, the real freedom is life is duty oriented and not right oriented. See, be attentive. Which father and mother do not know what is their duty towards their children? Everybody knows. Which children do not know what is their duty towards the parents? Everybody knows. Which teacher doesn't know what is his duty toward the student? Which student doesn't know what is his duty toward this education? So as regard knowledge is concerned, we don't lack. But then one day suddenly, whatever small reason it may be, we forget. And then we invoke that stupid thing called as freedom. See? And in that freedom, we are no more responsible for taking care of the children. I am concerned about my freedom. My wife is concerned about her freedom. Where the children will go? So such children become orphans in the presence of their own parents. So is this freedom? Think. Freedom is when we have brought something in this world as children, it is our responsibility that we have to take care of them. But this wrong definition of freedom, that destroys us. See, friends, in Chanakyaniti, there is one slok where it is said, very beautifully brought out, if this small finger is having some wound and it became a gangrene, and if it is not chopped out, the whole palm is likely to be destroyed. So, what is the wisdom? Chop it off. So, for the totality's welfare, individuality must be sacrificed. Then, if the five fingers are having gangrene, and if they are not chopped off, wrist downwards, the whole arm will be infected. So, chop it off. So, importance and value is given to whom? Totality, not individuality. So, what is the totality? Totality is a family unit. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, parents, grandparents, everybody. That is the totality. And for that totality's welfare, our personal comforts must be sacrificed. See, friends. And this can happen not by the rule of law, but only by imposition of self-accepted bondage. That it is my duty towards my parents, my grandparents, my subordinates and everyone. And whenever something is done as a duty, it is not a bondage at all. See, therefore real freedom is not whatever I want to do, I should do. No, whatever has to be done by me must be done, whether I like or I don't like. See? And once you accept something on yourself, it is a freedom. Like I keep moving around the world, around the year. Nobody has told me this. Now, once I have decided this, that whatever the Lord and teachers have given me, what will I do keeping it with myself? So I must distribute it. So once I accepted it, then I can't go on calculating. There is a saying in one of the Indian languages, when you put your head in a mortar, now don't count how many pesos are hitting you. Before you put your head, think twice. In the same manner, once I have decided this path, thereafter, but Swamiji, when you go to these European countries or the South American countries or China, what kind of food you eat? Am I going there to eat? So whatever is available, that it's okay. But if we have this notion, unless I get these following things, I cannot work, then we are having no freedom. See, friends, coming under the influence of the whims and fancy of the mind is bondage. Going beyond the limitations of the mind is freedom. See? Therefore, the real freedom is not from the outer thing. Real freedom is from your own mind. Therefore, when we are seeking freedom, we have to first of all define what is the meaning of freedom. Freedom means living at zero dependence level. No dependence. Like I do my recording and then upload it. Many people, my well-wishers, I can call them, they tell me, Swamiji, please don't mind. I want to tell you something. I say, tell me. As you don't listen to me, I will also not listen to you. So, see, Mahatmas do not do what you do. You fix your camera and you record it. And Mahatmas don't do like that. It looks bad. You should not do that. I said, look here, I am not at fault. You are at fault. He said, how come? I said, why do you call me Mahatma? You call me Mahatma and then ask me to live according to your definition or what? Friends, real freedom is give up all your specialities. But for us, everywhere, a special status is required. Give up all specialities. Then we are really free. Otherwise, we create problem for ourselves. See, therefore, the real freedom is we do not become someone extraordinary, but we remain always ordinary. That is freedom. And these things I learned from many people from the Western world. It's worth learning. They have got so many good qualities. One of the good quality I like in them on the airports, because in my life, my maximum time is either in the flights or on the airports. So when you go to some airport, like where I was recently, San Jose, and also this LaGuardia. The LaGuardia airport is like a bus stop. There's no place even to stand. Forget about the seats and all that. So there, a person from Indian origin, they will be standing there although tired. But you will see these local people, they similarly go and sit anywhere and start doing. But we, how can I sit on the floor? I want a chair. Chairman. Observe this. We always demand a special status. No. That is freedom. And for that freedom, we have to begin from where we are. So where we are, being human beings, we are always in relation to others. Animals don't have relations. But we have. And relations can be maintained only if all the related people live with responsibility. That is what Bhagavad Gita tells. That we have freedom to be responsible, not to be irresponsible. And what is the freedom? Whatever is required to be done according to your position in life in relation to somebody, that must be done. Whether you like or don't like, that is not a question. See, that verse all of you know, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhuhu ma te sanghastu akarmani. This is the principle of freedom. First, karmani evate adhikaraha. You have right to fulfill your duties. Now, this is the most misunderstood verse. One college student asked me this question. He said, you people talk like this, do your duty and don't expect the results. Therefore, our country is not progressing. I said, as if all people are listening to Bhagavad Gita. Then I told him, I said, who told you this meaning? He did not say, do your job and don't take the salary. It is not said. Try to understand what is said here. Then I explained that boy. I said, look here. Let us contemplate. No arguments. Contemplation removes all the problems and you discover freedom. The first principle. Do we have a choice to live yesterday or tomorrow? We have no choice. We have to live today and now. Number one. Number two, all the activities that we do, all the activities are done now. Like I am talking to you, it's done now. See? Just example, you are hearing, I will not say listening. You are hearing now. So all of us are here in the now, is it not? Now be attentive. Those of you who have come on your own choice, they are happy. And those of you who are tied down with a lead, come on! I don't know. Come on, now you have to come today. Okay. See? Live with this freedom. There are three options. If you don't want, don't do it. If you're doing it, do it cheerfully and happily. But what we do, we are the followers of air hostesses. You look at any air hostess when you enter, hello, welcome, and inside they are boiling agay. So, at surface level, there is acceptance, and inside there is a revolt. And the net result is acidity. All those people who get these stomach problems, they are this kind of people. Externally they show, but internally there is a tremendous revolt which their system cannot take. See, friends. Therefore, whatever we have to do, we have to do it only to express happiness, not to get happiness. So, karmani eva de adhikara. Then the question, what should we do? Whatever you are supposed to do, then you have to do it. Whether you like or you don't like, that is not the question. Therefore, first step. Now, when we do something, when do we get the result of any action that we do? It comes always in the future period of time. Isn't it? Like I am talking to you now. And what I am expecting, that you should say, Swamiji, your talk was so awesome or awful. And when you will say your talk was very good, then I will become happy. So what I am doing? I am postponing my happiness in the future period of time. So after my lecture is over, then I am waiting. Somebody should come and tell me. Somebody should come and tell me. Nobody will come and tell because they were bored up to the floor. Then what will happen? Now I am talking in a miserable way, expecting to get good results, and that I do not get. So I am maintaining my level of frustration in and through my life. Contrary to that, if I am talking to you happily, cheerfully, whether you enjoy or you suffer, that is your problem. I am relaxed. See, my friends, this is a simple principle. If you can be happy now, then alone it is real happiness. Freedom is happiness. See? Therefore, this is such a simple principle we are given, that lead your life with this understanding. And when we do something, we are not obliging anyone. Next principle I am telling you. Why many parents get frustrated because of their children? Because they don't understand this basic principle. Basic principle. Who needs whom? The parents need the children or the children need the parents? Think. I saw one person in Delhi, very shorty, hardly 2.5 feet. So I asked him, I said, hey, how come you are so short? No parents, so I could not grow. Can it ever happen? But parents have that arrogance. So much I have done for them. What you have done? You have done it for yourself, not for the children. See, friends, therefore, if we want to discover freedom in action, not freedom from action, we have to recognize this principle. It is our need that we do something in this world. The world doesn't need us. See, now I have come to this New Jersey. None of you need me or my talk. I am very clear about it. Nor my host and hostile. They also don't need. Then why did I come? Because khujli to my tongue. Because it is my need. If you are not here, if I am not given this place to talk and sit, will I talk to the walls or what? So when I am clear about it, that it is my need that I have come over here, what will be the net result? I will be always full of humility and not arrogant in my life. See, friends, but we feel we are doing some great favor to somebody. See, friends, that is freedom from action. So whatever we do, it is our need. Like when we are taking food, is it that the food wants us to eat or we want to eat the food? So this attitude change in action leads to the real freedom from action. Giving up everything and running away, that is not freedom. See? Like you must have seen also, many places it happens, although it is not the law, but it happens majority of the cases. They get frustrated at home and either the wife is troubling or the husband is troubling or in-laws and outlaws and all kinds of things, and then they decide, okay, I want to give up everything and go to Himalayas and do meditation. Near Uttarkashi, there was one Mahatma, and he was there for a few years, and nobody inquires about anybody. Just put on this kind of clothes. We are all tailor-made Mahatmas. In one of my friend's tailor shop, he has written a beautiful saying there. God created man. We create gentlemen. So, nobody asked that Mahatma, who are you, where from you are, and he used to be there, go to the Annakshetra, take food and eat and all that. One day it so happened, one lady came and she saw him and started pulling him and hitting that Mahatma. We were all surprised. What happened? He was her husband. And she said, oh, you are run away. Now I'll teach you. That day I was thinking, really, how can he survive? If she is this Mahakali, Bhadrakali. See, that is not freedom. Running away from the responsibilities of life is not freedom. See? So, whatever we do, that is our need. Second principle. The third principle. For what was first principle? We are a source of expression of happiness. Second thing, we do everything now. Third thing, if every action is an expression of happiness, we'll be always happy. We'll never be miserable. Fourth, don't postpone your happiness in the future period of time. That is freedom. So when we thus start thinking properly and implementing those principles, then we are leading to real freedom. Now, the next principle is a very important principle. We are in this world with following two things. Number one, all of us have got a limited period at our disposal. Like, any bridge which is constructed, that time they tell that this bridge is meant to last for 100 years, 200 years, like that. It may last more or less, that's a different issue. In the same manner, every body that is created, it is designed to last for so many years. So according to, along with the DOD is also there. But that we can't see. In short, all of us have got a limited time in this world. Second thing, we all have unlimited potentiality. How do we utilize and invoke this unlimited potentiality within the limited time that is at our disposal? That is the real freedom. The other day, for the first time in my life, I saw this basketball game in Miami, huge stadium, and so much of light and shouting and those girls dancing. I don't know why they dance in their game. It's peculiar, this place. Now they are playing, let them play, but they will come in between and dance this way, that, and go away. I asked my friend, I said, what is this? They say, you simply watch, there's nothing. Freedom. So, now in that game, they have got time. Within that particular time, they have to achieve something. The same way, we all have a limited time. Within that limited time, life must discover fulfillment. If we are totally fulfilled, what is the meaning of fulfillment? There are no loose ends left in our life. Life is complete every moment. If death comes, we have the courage to shout at her. In English language, death is the feminine gender. What can I do? If the death comes, we can shout at her and tell her, come on, why are you late? I've been waiting for you. That is freedom. See? Otherwise, do yoga and live long. What will you do living long? See? That funny thing must get out of our head. Therefore, discover this freedom, that we are able to invoke our infinite potentiality to the highest. That is freedom. But instead of invocation of that potentiality, we remain as the slave to that potentiality. And that potentiality is our mind. See, one of the international yoga conferences, after the conference was over, there was one lady from USA. So she came, she said, I can't wait, but I wanted to discuss with you. I'll call you from USA when I go. I had no time, I had to rush to the airport. I said, okay, go. It was all over. One day I got a call at night, 2 o'clock. He said, Swamiji, you told me you will talk on phone and all that. I am so and so. We met in the conference and all that. I said, look here, now it is night, 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I don't discuss. I sleep, okay? And put up. The next day, again, she called during Indian daytime. Then she said, I am writing a book on mind. And I want to get the views of all the cultures. So, according to your culture, what is time? What is mind? What are the problems of mind? This is what I want to know from you. I said, I'll tell you in one line, no discussion, no argument. It's okay. Then I told, we don't talk about the problems of mind. We talk about the infinite potentiality that the mind is. When you go to a doctor cannot think health. He can think only diseases. That is the training. Suppose you tell, I don't know, I'm getting some kind of, burning and, very funny picture. Maybe heart attack, you are going to die. No, it was a gas trouble, nothing else. See, you did the last 2-3 days I'm having such a terrible headache. Maybe a cancer. A doctor trained for in oncology, he can think only cancer. Because that is a training given. You go to a psychiatrist, he will never receive you with a smile. He'll look at you. He'll start because for them there are no human beings. For them, everybody is a patient. See, friends, I say, look here, we don't talk about mind and the problems of mind. We talk about what is the possible potentiality in every mind. Invoke that. See? Therefore, you will not come across any great Mahatma committed suicide. You must have read many books. I don't know to what extent it is true, but I was told by somebody. Many books. How to win friends. Isn't it? Who wrote that? Dale Carnegie. Many good books. And what was his end? He committed suicide. How to win mind. See, friends, that is not freedom. The real freedom is we are able to invoke all the potentiality that we have. Our condition is like we buy iPhone X, and that iPhone you bought, very good. Thereafter, what is the use of that iPhone? I even do not know how to WhatsApp. I even do not know how to switch it off. Then why did you buy that? Fashion. All iPhone owners are only this. It is a prestige instrument with them. The most useless phone is iPhone. The real phone is, good phone is Samsung. One of my friends asked me, Swamiji, how come you don't have iPhone? I said, I'm not egoist. All those who are egoists, they have got iPhone. Then who are you? I said, I am a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Therefore, Shama Sangha. How beautiful it is. So, we buy that expensive phone, and out of that phone, what work we take out? Only receiving free calls, not even dialing anywhere, because it costs. In the same manner, we have got infinite potentiality. And what potentiality we have invoked? All the time complaints, frustration, depression, dejection, living on dependence. See, is only because we have not recognized our own potentiality. You have freedom to discover that. Therefore, real freedom is utilize your mind to its maximum potentiality. That is real freedom. Instead of that, we have become the slaves of the mind. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. We are our friend we are our enemy. When we are ruled by the mind, our mind is our enemy. When we can rule the mind, the same mind is our friend. So the real freedom is not whatever I want to do, I will do. Freedom, if it is not guarded freedom, it becomes a liability. See? Like you must have seen in India, people drive anywhere. Why? I got a license. You have a license, but you have to follow the traffic rules. You have the freedom to drive the car, but within the framework of the traffic rules. That is freedom. If we do not honor the traffic rules, then it is licentiousness. It is not freedom. In the same manner, we have freedom to use our mind the way we want. I want to go and kill somebody. Why? I am frustrated. Is that freedom? See, friends, every now and then we hear somebody goes to the school and shoots the a few kids here and there and shoots himself or herself. Freedom. Is this freedom? It is a mental abnormality. Unless we invoke that infinite potentiality that we all have, we are enslaved. Therefore, the real freedom is our ability to invoke the infinite potentiality which is dormant in every one of us. Nobody is born a sinner. See, now why we are not able to achieve this? Because we have destroyed our factory settings. One small story I'll tell you, and then tomorrow we'll take this topic and complete. One day, as usual, I went to somebody's house for taking food. That is one of my professional hazards. So, that Amma was cooking, and when I reached there, the husband was talking to her. See, I bought this iPhone recently. Within 3 months, the battery is becoming, drained and becomes so hot. These people take money. They are so blah 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 blah. I started, complaining about the phone. So wife said, "You know nothing except complaining, complaining. Find out something. There must be something you find out." So that very moment I entered. You can ask Swamiji. He will tell you. Look here. What do I know about the phone? So he came to me. He said, "Swamiji, my case is referred to you. Tell me why my phone is hanging." I said, "I don't know." No, you have to tell my wife's order. I said, "All right." Wife's order is the Supreme Court. Then I said, "Now go to the settings." He went to settings. I said, "Now scroll, and there is one option, restore factory settings." He clicked that. Then I said, "Now there is another pop there that all the data will be erased. Yes and no." You say yes, he did yes. All the data was erased. Then I said, "Now restart." He restarted. It was functioning perfectly well. "Swamiji, what happened?" I said, "Because you have downloaded unwanted apps which your device cannot handle. We are all by factory settings Satchidananda, happy, cheerful, free. Whenever we want, we cry. Whenever we want, we laugh. Free. Now we are all the time serious, as if we have taken handful of caterpillars. Why? Because so much of free download, how much data we have collected inside, which our mind cannot handle. We have forgotten that we have to delete it also. In one place, I was having some retreat, And one lady came. She said, Swamiji, I want to take a selfie with you. I said, you cannot take. No, 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 Swamiji, I can take. I said, when I say you cannot take, you cannot take. No, 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 I will show you. I said, show. She came and style and all that. And a message came. There is no space. Swamiji, what happened? I said, I told you, you cannot take. But then she was worried. No, what happened to my phone? Why picture is not coming? I said, Amma, you have to delete also. Learn to delete in life. Don't keep on accumulating the garbage. That freedom to delete the past is the real freedom. Or else we keep on accumulating all unwanted things. Therefore, real freedom is the freedom from the influence of mind. Let us rule the mind and not get ruined by the mind. Because everything happens only in the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Nothing happens. If you learn this principle, once I was in a very big hospital in India. You might have heard the name Narayana Hrudayalayam. It is in Bangalore. So there all the people are very much known to me. So one day the concerned doctor told me, he said, Swamiji, have you seen open heart surgery? I said, no, I have not seen. Not even mine. He said, you come, I'll show you. So I had to change everything, put on those funny clothes, and I went there. And the patient was lying there on the operation table, and all the machines were going on. His chest was open, and the first time I have seen the human heart, it was like a deflated tube of a football, flat. I said, hey, come on, do quickly, yaar. Do softly, he will get hurt. He said, no, Swamiji, nothing will happen to him. Even if I cut like this, he took the scalpel, he said, nothing happened. That day, I discovered every experience happens in the mind to the mind. Nothing happens to body. One more example I tell you. Once there was something wrong with my right toe, big toe. Something was growing, like a strawberry, some red thing was growing on the top. So I didn't know what it was. So one of the friend, he came, did namaskar, and he was a doctor. He said, Swamiji, what is this happening to your toe? I said, this is the wisdom toe growing. He said, don't cut jokes, this is not good. If it grows, it will spread everywhere. I said, then what do I do? You have to operate. I said, okay, I'll get it done. He said, no, I am the doctor, I can do it. Come. I went with him. Like this, I was sitting in the chair, put my leg on the stool in front of me, and then he gave the local anesthesia, big needles he put here and there. And after about 10-15 minutes, that toe became totally numb. He said, now you are getting any feeling? I said, where, what feeling? That means it was completely numb. He said, you can see now. I saw with my own eyes. He gave a cut and put the scalpel deep, and like you take out the ice cream by the ice cream scoop, he took it out. And I saw that everything. But no pain because the toe was in meditation. The mind was completely withdrawn from the toe. So where everything is happening? Everything is happening in the mind. See, we all take care of our house. It should be properly painted. Flooring should be good. Food should be organic. This is fad of this country. Organic food. As if there is inorganic food all over. And then we should have proper dietary restrictions. We should have matching clothes. We should have a good figure. Very good. What we have done till date to take care of our mind? Zero. The mind is enslaving us. And we imagine, if I can sleep up to 10 o'clock, I got freedom. If I can go anywhere, do anything, that is freedom. No, the mind is making us dance to its tune. We should decide. Then what should be the decision-making institution? Dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha. We have to lead our life according to the principles of human existence, not like the animals. See, in this manner, when we start working on the mind and will over the mind, then the mind becomes enslaved by us. Enslaving the mind is the real freedom. Now the mind is enslaving us. That is the bondage. So how can we achieve this? Can we enslave the mind? If we can, what are the ways? What are the problems? What are the limitations? This is the next aspect of this talk, which we will take in our tomorrow's sessions. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ